Hey guys, welcome to a brand new video to the channel. So in this video and the next two videos for this series, we're going to delve in a little bit deeper on certain methods to help you grow a brand new and fresh account. So for this video, we're going to be talking money making methods, and the money making methods I've already done with this series, and then some other ones which are very, very good to do as well. Now, what I'm hoping to do with these series and this collection of free videos is just to give you guys a very detailed couple of videos which can help you grow your account and build your account from the start if you wanted to follow along with the brand new era series. Now, if you haven't seen the series, there'll be a playlist in the corner of the video and the description, as well as some other videos I think you guys might enjoy. If you do like the videos and they do help you out, please consider dropping me a subscription. It really helps, and we are now so close to 10,000 subs. So if you could help me out with that, that would be amazing. Even if you are enjoying the content as well, drop me a like. It really does help me out. Any comments on any sort of videos you guys want me to do, or any content you guys want to see, and I'll always do my best to make sure that that video is done for you as well. So let's talk money making methods. So in terms of this account, there's been a couple I have done consistently throughout, which we're going to go and have a look at. Now, some I'll go and show you guys the method we're actually going to do, and then some we're going to go and just simply go through the Grand Exchange, just to explain why it's decent cash. Now, the first one here is an item which has been selling very well. This has been bear furs. Now, bear furs, for whatever reason, have been selling quite consistently for 15.5k pretty much since I've started the series, and all I buy these for is 20 GP each. So as you can see here, we managed to sell 117 for 15.5k. Now, in terms of this method, what I would say, don't buy loads. So for me, I only buy 4 invos at a time, put them on the Grand Exchange, and then let them sell. And it's one of those methods which quite consistently, I'll probably do it twice a week where I'm buying furs, but it's practically free money. So we're going to buy these bear furs for 20 GP each, and they're so easy to do. And the fact that the Grand Exchange is working for us while we're playing, while we're not playing, and selling them just means it's a really good method to build up with very little input. Now, to do this, you just need to speak to Barrick in the Varrock Center, and all you need to do is to press number 2, can you sell me some furs? Then hold your spacebar and it will go through his dialogue, and then press 1 to go, okay, here you go in terms of that, and it will sell you the bear furs. It's a little annoying he's not a shop and you can right click trade him for some bigger quantities, but the fact you're going to turn this into 15,000 coins for 20 GP each, it's just a really, really good method. But it's one which will sell very, very slowly over time, but it's one which is so, so good. Now, another one which you'll see me have done over numerous fresh accounts is to utilize Zaff's store. Now, Zaff's store does a lot of very low price magic items, which are just worth so much more when you throw them on the Grand Exchange. Now, the ones I have kind of settled on for this series have been the normal staff. The magic staff is also very good, but it's going to cost you a little bit more. You'll need a little bit more cash to get that started. And then also the wizard's hat. Now, if you're just fresh, you don't have a lot of cash to kind of work with, the ones I would focus on first is the wizard's hat, because they will sell for a price roughly about 1.8k. And then work up to the normal staff. That's going to sell roughly for about 2.4k, 2.8k is its current price. And then once you've built up enough, then you can start using the magic staff for 200 GP. It can be a little bit more, but you're going to make around 2,000 coins profit with that as well. So again, for this kind of invo, especially for the staffs and the other stuff, so that's 150 GP turned into 28k. This is going to be 2,000 coins, which is then turned into a price of 22k. And then finally, this is going to be 14 GP turned into 12k as well. So it just shows you guys how quickly you can accelerate your cash with doing just simple buying from shops. Now, another one which is very good as well is in Tavali, you have the Jatix herb shop. And this is good for a couple of quick little things as well. I'll skip to when we're at Jatix just so we're not going to make the video longer than what we need it to be. Now, Jatix is just here, just southwest of the summoning area. Now, items which are very good to buy from Jatix, the white berries will sell for roughly 2.8k. We've just explored bear furs, and we know that they sell for 15.5k as well, so they can be a really good pickup for 10 GP each. But this item here, the bomb vial, we can buy 100 bomb vials for 500 GP. Bomb vials actually sell for 2,000 coins each, and you can do 100 of these a day. They're a little bit lower at the minute at 1.8, but that's going to be pretty much 500 GP we've just turned into 181k. And again, with these shop stores, normally they take like a day to respawn or a couple of hours, but it just means that if you add this into like a little mini run every day, you can stack up a lot of profit quite quick. Now, the Zaff shop actually restocks pretty much hourly. It does restock quite often. So whenever I was in the early stages of the account, I would run to Varrock and then always drop in at Zaff, and then also just to make sure to buy out all the stock while we're there. Now, if you have done the new foundations quest, another money making method which we'll go on to is utilizing Big Bill. Now, Big Bill every single day will sell you 250 limestone bricks, which if we buy now, that is roughly going to cost me 588 GP each. We can sell the limestone bricks as they are for 39.8k, which again is incredible profit. You can do that for 250 limestones per day. They're roughly selling about 1.6k, so you're going to be making a lot of profit. Or, as you've seen through numerous episodes, you can turn these into stone wall segments. Now, you don't need a level to do this. It is very good to do this method to go and build up your construction from an early level, and you'll make significant profit. Now, one of the main methods we've done on this account is actually buy stone wall segments. So we will buy 4 limestone bricks. Currently, if we're going to work off 1600 coins, they'll be about 6.4k. And these stone wall segments, because of the construction update coming in sort of summertime, these are starting to go up a lot in price. They're 14.4k, but you can push the sale price to 15. But even at 14.4k, you're making 8,000 coins profit buying them on the Grand Exchange. Buying them at Bill's price, you're just going to make even more profit on top of that. So we've basically turned 588 GP, which we've just bought from Bill, to over 100k in a couple of minutes, which is such a good way to do it. And especially if you're looking to train your construction as well, it can be a really good way to go and make your own stone wall segments, save a lot of money and fund your construction. So the next method does require a little bit of levels. The rest are pretty much quite low level, and this is going to be doing clockwork. Now, to do clockwork, you're going to have a crafting room in your house and a clockwork maker's bench, which you need to upgrade. If you do the new foundations quest, you can pretty much unlock this from just doing an upgrade in the fort, just to the point to the quest completion. And literally all you need to do is to go and buy 1 steel bar. It is going to be roughly about 3,000 coins, although they have dropped down a little bit, which is nice. So for 2.3k, you can then make a clockwork, which is going to sell on the Grand Exchange for 10.8k. And in terms of doing it, it's really simple. You jump on the bench, you just click that. It can be a little bit AFK because it does take a little while to make a clockwork, but it can be one of those methods which can level up your crafting. And this is very comparable to bowstrings. Bowstrings are good, and we'll look at bowstrings in a moment when we go to the Grand Exchange, but this can be even better than bowstrings because the profit margin is going to be massive. If we work off that price, I'd say these are roughly going to be about 6,000 to 7,000 coins. I think we're just selling a little bit under mid, but it's really good profit. Per invo, you're going to make something like 120, maybe even 150k. Really, really good method, and I would highly encourage anyone to do it. The one thing is you might want to leave them on the Grand Exchange sale for a little bit because they can be a bit slow. Now, apart from that, there are various other money-making methods you can do as well. I'm going to try and sort of fit in as many as I can over the next couple of minutes to finish this video, just to show you guys how much depth there is in low-level money-making. And in terms of this method, apart from the construction, which you should really get the construction level to get your house set up for it, from doing the quest, it's only 8 crafting to actually craft the clockwork. Now, if you look at the Grand Exchange really, really quickly, Infernus Pyroclast is a really good one, but you do need to build up some money to be able to sell it. So if you buy the Infernus Pyroclast for 6.2k here, all you simply need to do to turn this into Ultra Compost and make just under 4,000 coins profit per bucket is literally just put it into a compost bin, wait 24 hours, and then you can harvest it and make cash. This is one of the simplest, easiest money makers there is in the game, and all you need to do is just to have that little bit of starter cash. Now with 20 prayer, a method which was historically good, it has gone down a lot since because, again, it's been absolutely nuked by the thieving update, and a lot of the extra fine sand comes onto the Grand Exchange now from thieving rather than mining, is to bless sand. Now you're going to need 20 prayer for this, and you're going to need to use a altar which is blessed by Saradomin. For this one, I always use the Lumbridge one. It's a stackable item. You can pretty much sit there till you do all of it. So we want to find sand. So extra fine sand is the resource we're going to buy. The prices come down an awful lot, and it's not as good profit as what it used to be, but it's a very good way to train low-level prayer if you wanted to, and make money from it as well. To make money from prayer really is a wild, wild thing. So the blessed sand is what you're ended up with, and if we have a look now, it won't sell for that price, but we can have a look and see what it's going to sell for. 3.2k is actually a very, very good price. So simply for just doing a little bit of AFK prayer, we're going to go and get these prices, and we can just check really quick. So we're going to buy the sand for just under 2.1k, and then we're going to sell it for 3.2. So 1.1k profit you're going to make for each sand that you bless. And I think roughly you can probably do about 2.5k per hour. So this is a 2.5 mil per hour money making method you can do. with prayer, AFK, and very low requirements as well. Now, flax is something we mentioned for low level crafting, and this is probably as basic as what you can get. For very low startup cost, you can buy a piece of flax for 69 GP each. You go to any spinning wheel. The best one I've always found is still going to be Lumbridge at a low level anyway. The ranges work for him in 4.3, it gets better, but again, that's hidden behind quests and medium tier quests as well. You can then turn that into 889 GP. You're going to make 820 GP profit. And just by simply doing it, and not only that, you're going to train your crafting while doing it as well. That's what's so good about flax. It's going to train your crafting up more and more, so you can then unlock more things with craft. And crafting, in my opinion, is probably the best single skill to train and make profit with at the low levels. Now, one of the good things with sort of like crafting and stuff is you have access to things like emerald jewelry quite early on. And the price of emerald jewelry nowadays is very, very cheap. Like the resources, the gem price is just absolutely nothing. 374 for the actual gem. The gold bars are more than what they used to be or historically have been at 2.1k. But again, it kind of counterbalances what the gem price is going to be as well. So we're going to be in a piece of emerald jewelry for a price, let's just say 2.5k. Now for me, the ones I would suggest are going to be an emerald ring because it's used for ringing of dueling. There's a bit of demand there as well. And then after that as well, going to be the emerald necklace. And I think the max sort of level you need to do these is going to be 27 crafting, and it's really, really not a lot. And not only that as well, with changes they've done to how you sort of smelt to make jewelry, you can pretty much take a full invo of emerald to a furnace because all your bars can now be stored in the furnace bank, and you can simply just interact with it one click. But 1200 GP you can make for an emerald ring while leveling up your crafting, which is really nice. And then finally, a emerald necklace is also very, very good. Now, what I would say, there are a few other money making methods I've kind of missed off, and they're mainly going to be more around the combat ones. Now, as you can see here, you can make an additional 900 GP with a necklace, and that's going to be roughly about 2.1k profit making an emerald necklace, and you don't need that high of a crafting level to do it. So in terms of an emerald necklace, if we just go and find it really quick, you only need 29 crafting, which if you were to do enough flax, you would have enough GP to be able to do a decent amount of those at a time. However, I hope I've managed to cram in enough of these low level stuff to give you guys some ideas and flavors on how easy you can do stuff. Please don't underestimate shop runs. They are very, very good, and they will quite easily build up your first mill while you're running around, doing all the quests, having fun, adventuring around. If you wanted to follow what we're doing in terms of this account, grab the hog. Make sure to go and check out the playlist, which is in the corner of the video and in the description as well. My friends chat is also open if you want to go and check that out. And I'll sometimes be in there. Sometimes I might be recording or AFK, but if I'm running around a game actually doing something, I'll make sure to reply to you guys. Like I mentioned, there are some methods we've missed off, but we'll include those in our combat video, which should be coming out tomorrow or already been released. Just check out the description in the corner of the video as well, because there's some very good ways to make cash with combat earlier on. But if you've got any suggestions for new stuff, please make sure to drop them in the comment section below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon in the next video.